Ayan, good afternoon everyone. Let me have a technical check first. Am I loud and clear? Just give me a thumbs up. Ayan, all right. Thank you so much sa mga nagsagot. So, once again, good afternoon, everyone. I am Gem Opeña Resloso, IITV Coordinator of the DICT Region 4A Calabarzon, and I am glad to be your moderator for our today's activities. So, welcome to the Startup 102, Design Thinking for Strategic Business Innovation. So excited that you are here and thank you for taking time to be here. And while we are waiting for others, tanungin ko naman kayo guys kung saang academies or colleges or university or saang business sector kayo nakakabilang para naman ma-acknowledge natin kung saan kayo kinabibilangan. Alright? Wow, University of Baguio. Ang layo ha? And of course, Batangas State University. Magandang hapon po sa mga taga-Batsu. And also BCC. What's BCC? And also STI College Malolos. Yan. Magandang hapon po sa mga taga-STI. And from Bilantongan Community College, San Carlos City sa Pangasinan. Good afternoon. And also from PUP Manila and Aris Manila. From Bataan Peninsula State University. And of course, NCBA sa Taytay. And also De La Salle College, of St. Benedil, Manila. Magandang hapon po. And syempre kasama din natin ang mga taga Carmona Municipal Jail. Good afternoon po dyan. And from University of Bohol, o di ba? Hindi lang pang Luzon Island to. And from St. Anthony's College, Antique. And also from Tarlac Agricultural University. From Wells Fargo Bank. Oh, meron din tayo sa mga business sector. And also from Mary Immaculate Academy Incorporated, Iloilo. And also University of St. Louis from Tuguegarao City. IICT Cainta, dito lang sa Rizal. And Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Parañaque. From PhilHealth Head Office Pasig, good afternoon po. Ayan, syempre from University of Batangas. Oh, dyan manggagaling yung ating invited speaker later na makikilala nyo maya-maya lamang. And also from Adamson University. Yan. Super dami. And we are very glad na nandito kayo ngayon at handang maki-join sa ating activity. And I think we already have a good number of participants. So let's proceed. Ayan. Before we start, I want to do a little bit of housekeeping items. So first is keep your microphones mute at all times and unmute if requested. Next is utilize the question box. If you have a questions, nakikita niya sa ating Zoom nakatabi ng participants, Zoom button, makikita niyo yung Q&A. If you have a question, just type it there po and i-acknowledge yan later ng ating speaker. And of course, have a bottle or glass of water with you to rehydrate every now and then. So we are in tropical country and super maalinsangan ang panahon, kaya mahalaga, lagi tayo nakakainom ng tubig. And lastly, don't forget to follow the name according to format, designation, agency, or school, and then your name. Para naman ma-acknowledge namin kayo later kapag may mga questions kayo. Alright. So, also, we already sent the link in the chat box, and you can scan the QR code displayed on our chat on our screen. Bahala na po kayo kung ano yung prefer nyo. And before we move to the highlight of the activity, may request our panelists to open their camera to have a quick photo opportunity po. Let's open the camera po. Let's wait for Sir Ericson. Hold on, sir. Sir, kindly ano po ulit? Open the camera po. Ayan. So, let's start po in 1, 2, 3. Hold your smile. Ayan. Okay na po. Thank you so much po. And let's... Ayan. Sorry, naka-mute po pala. So, let's proceed now to the highlight of this activity. So, I'm excited to get started with. I will now introduce our speaker. He is the CEO and president of Philsotech Incorporation, the company behind the growing e-commerce app Chibog at Iba Pa app in Calabarzon. He is also the head of Center for Business in Incubation of the University of Batangas. Furthermore, he is also the business development consultant of Our Lady of Kaysasay Medical Center in Lemery, Batangas. Additionally, he is a Lean Six Sigma Black Belt practitioner and helped him developing business processes. He grew his interest in technology and innovation during his tenure in Tencent, the company of the famous social app WeChat, and now advocating his passion in business and innovation, especially the young minds to become technopreneurs. Let us welcome him on board, Mr. Ericson Sean Mendoza. A virtual round of applause, please.
Hi everyone. Hi. Good afternoon to everyone. Maraming salamat. We were able to take time for this event, I would say webinar or workshop. Ano? So magandang hapon sa inyong lahat.
Ayan, good afternoon po, sir.
Good afternoon. Can everyone hear me clearly? I need to check my audio as well. Yes, if you can hear me, kindly do a yes or thumbs up. All right, okay. So today would be very exciting. So Gemma, before I take over, anything else that you wish to say first before we proceed to our workshop or webinar?
None so far, sir. The floor is yours na po.
All right, okay. Okay, so today's event or workshop is actually very interesting, especially for startups and companies who wish to develop a products or services, particularly mainly if you wish to use technology on that sense. But before that, may I remind also everyone to um, be still. I hope you will be able to learn more on this workshop because design thinking is really quite a very huge, I would say, time-consuming course. It really cannot take about 1 day only, but hopefully in some point I will be able to instill to you the basic foundations of design thinking and then how to use it in business in that manner. So let me try sharing my um, okay. Let me try sharing my screen. Okay. Can everyone see my screen right now?
Wala pa po, sir.
How about now? Is there any screen
Wala
right
pa
now?
rin
Shall
po.
we? Hold on. Let me share that again. How about now?
Ayan, sir.
Okay. Let me, because I'm using a dual screen. All right. So how about this one? Yes? Can you see this? Can you see my decks? Jama?
Yes, sir. Kita
All
na
right.
po.
Okay. So
Kaso
let
po, sir,
me
ano po siya, kita yung naka-presenter slide po siya.
naka-present or slide. Let me do the other way.
Ayan po.
Naka-presenter pa rin?
Bumalik, sir.
Ayan.
Ayan,
Okay
okay
na.
na po.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you can see my the first deck of my presentation, correct? Yes, Sema?
Yes po, sir.
All right. Okay. Let me. All right. So if you have questions, just please type in your questions, or actually, I'm now on the presentation mode. You may ask anytime you wish to. Okay. All right. So just like I've said, design thinking is um, it may take a while or a few weeks to learn more about design thinking. But anyways, I'm here to share to you what design thinking is, especially on my perspective and how it really helps my business in Philsotech or Chibaga Tibapa, especially in every business dealings that I am into. All right. All right. So design thinking is actually a mind. But before I start going into mindset, let me ask everyone. Let me ask everyone, would be, what would you do if you have? I'll give you a 400 million pesos. Ano? Miss Gemma, I cannot see any the participants typing right with their comments right now. If you may be able to read it to me, then that would be great. No, because right now
Yeah,
I
sure,
cannot see
sir.
anything. All right, okay, thank you so much. Okay, so if you're given a 400 million pesos, what are you going to do with it, and how are you going to spend it? Anyone? Miss Gemma? Nakamute, nakamute, nakamute tayo, Gemma. You're on mute.
I'm sorry, sir.
Ayan. Okay.
From Edwin Garcia, start off an IT-related business po. From Rolando Vizca, open a business. From Larissa Claire Raquel, buy Jollibee franchise. And from
Wow.
Edsel Salig, invest it. From Hamilton Villapando, invest in a school for innovators. From Mary
Oh,
Joy,
nice.
start a business po. And then from Gina Lin, invest. Rizaline Lim, build a business. Chris Ivan, invest it.
All
Both
right.
a
Okay.
business yun po.
All right.
Super
Okay.
dami,
Now I
sir.
can see everyone's what they're typing right now. Buy a farm. Wow. Actually, a very good. No, no. Hopefully, sana isa sa inyo yung nanalo ng 400 million pesos sa Lotto. But anyways, okay, learning that, design thinking is actually, especially, it's nice to see that everyone is trying to invest in business, because design thinking, it's all about mindset. It's how you structure your mind into what you're going to do. No, so doing that is actually, design thinking should be driven by curiosity. Your idea should be driven by curiosity. When I say curiosity, dapat we should open and ask the WH questions. Ano ba yung mga WH questions? Now, WH questions are why, when, and then how, or what, why, when, and how. So these questions will be able you to give a different perspective of what you want to do, especially on a different angle or different sides. No, another one apart from curiosity, design thinking is actually a process awareness. Um, in in a startup, um, it's not just about just building, in a startup ecosystem, hindi siya basta-basta when you think of a product, or when you think of an idea. It's not just a thought of idea and then you put it out in the market. No, it's like that. It's a process. It's a process awareness. You have to, one, design thinking is a team. Design thinking team must understand the problem. You have to understand the problem first, and then the other one would be, the design challenge must be defined. Dapat alam nyo kung what would be allowed for development, and then what are the useful solutions that we will be able to incorporate those development. And then the other one would be, design thinking. The reason why it is a process awareness, because potential solution must fit doon sa design space at design scope na naiisip mo. Okay? So process awareness is very important. Number three, you know, in design thinking, we thought of different problems, and then we identify those problems in different forms. One would be simple or well defined. Number two would be poorly defined or ill defined. And number three, would be complex or weakened. Now, I would ask you, in these three type of problems, what do you think, or where do you think, are we, when we are defining our problem? Is it simple? Is it poorly defined? Or is it complex? Ano ba sa tingin nyo mostly ang types of problem that you are trying to solve? Poorly defined. Yes, sabi ni Edwin Garcia. Ano pa? How about other else? Complex. Right now, yeah, John Carlos says, and Rolando says, and Patricia says, right now it is complex. Simple para kay Miss Emelita Adaw. All right. All right. So most of us have different, different, different people have different types of problem, especially during what state they are into right now. So mostly, I highlighted poorly defined because it is mostly what our types of problem is. So when you say poorly defined, it is an ill-defined problem. Now, we thought of sometimes when it is poorly defined, if it is simple, madaling hanapan ng solution, di ba? If it is poorly defined, we need to think of different solutions. Ano ba ang solution that would fit my problem? If it is complex, definitely you have to think of more solutions on that manner, di ba? So later on, we will discuss on how to solve this type of problems. Okay. Know that in design thinking, you must accept complexity. There would be problems along the way or during the process that it is very complex. So we must explore the key to complex system. Dapat we need to accept that some problems there are certain uncertainties na it would be very difficult for us to solve. But then yet again, using design thinking, you'll be able to streamline those solutions and we'll be able to define what particular solution are we going to do with that particular problem. All right. In design thinking also, you have to have this mindset. You have to visualize, you have to visualize and show. It means whenever we create, later on malalaman natin to, whenever we create user stories, visualizations, or simple language, or whatever findings na nakita ng team natin or ng customer natin, the affinity that our customers are giving us. So we have to visualize them and show clearly what are those voice of the customers and or what may be the voice of the customers that is very critical to quality. Ano? So kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, when you show when we visualize and show, it means also the use of why and how. When we use why, it expands the problem statement. Ano? Later on, I will show you paano ba natin dinidefine ang problem statement. But asking your why would expand the problem statement. And asking your how, it would narrow down the solution variants. So, kumbaga, why is this kind of type of problem we are having? So, on that sense, or for example, why are the trees growing slowly, for example? Or why are my customers slowly trimming down? How? So you have to list all the hows in order for you to narrow down your solutions. How am I going to stop um, my customers to get less and less and less over time? So you have to find that how. Okay. So in design thinking, we often use this formula. Some actually use ideas plus customers plus strategies. But for me, what works in my company, in Philsotech and Chibog, what we do is we always put customers first. Customers plus ideas plus strategies. Right now, because we believe why. Okay, the question is, sir, bakit kailangan namin unahin yung customers? Because right now, in my opinion, there's no more customer loyalty. Why? When I say there's no more customer loyalty, it's because customer is looking for wherever convenience there is. So kaya minsan tayo as customers, minsan nandun tayo sa Lazada, minsan nandun tayo kay Shopee, minsan nandun tayo kay Foodpanda, minsan nandun tayo kay Grab, at minsan nandun din tayo kay Chibong. Ayan, I have time to plug pa my startup. But to go where actually customer plus ideas plus strategies, we always need to put the customer first because right now it's all about customer experience or what we call in startup, we call it CX. So customers plus ideas plus strategies. Okay. Now in design thinking, you often hear that design thinking always goes with the lean startup. Or in the lean startup, we often you all often hear about build, measure, learn. Build, measure, learn. Okay, so you can see from here, the lean startup use when you build. Okay, you build the minimal needed time for development, and then the ideas, and then the product, the data, and so on. So it goes along with the process. But in my case, I will go more deeper into the lean startup, or which is, lean. The entire principle of lean plus design thinking. This is, I think, what our strategy works better. But of course, the lean startup always works if you want to do that. You want to use that methodology. So, what is actually lean? Lean Six Sigma or lean. Okay, when we say lean, it's all about eliminating waste. Okay, so later on malalaman natin kung ano ba yung mga waste na yun, in the process. So lean is also about do the right things, doing the right things. And lean is also about be fast and efficient because we are trying to streamline a process. That's lean in principle. How on Lean Six on Six Sigma is actually reducing variations, or doing things right. It's actually a calculation to be an accurate and consistent. In Six Sigma kasi, the Six Sigma efficiency is almost as defect free. Why? Because the Six Sigma is 99.99967% defect free. Ibig sabihin, it's only like 3 point something yung error niya. So that is the highest and accurate process that oftentimes industries such as manufacturers and businesses are using the Sin Six Sigma. Now, when you put it together, it's more efficient in a way. We're eliminating waste and then we're reducing variations or defects in the process. Okay? Let me know if I'm going so fast. So just let me know. All right. What are the principles of lean? One, definitely, we need to identify and define value. All right. So when we say value, when we're what we're giving to our customers are actually value in return. It can be value on products, it can be on value on services. So we have to identify and define value. All right. So number two would be we have to map the value stream. Yung iisipin nating value, either it is a product or service, you have to map it, in the value stream. And then afterwards, we need to create a smooth flow because it's a process. And then once we create a process, we have to implement the pull based on customer demand. Okay, later on, malalaman din natin, ano ba yung pull na sinasabi ni Sir? Ano yung pull-based, or pull methodology? The next one would be, we have to strive for perfection. Okay, whenever we create things, we have to strive 100%. Okay, of that result. Okay, there's in every process, we don't stop whenever we reach 100%. We always improve that 100%. Okay, why do we need to improve that particular result for 100%? It's because we are trying to provide value. We are trying to provide the best customer experience that would be with your products and services. Okay, yes, very good. Yes, the Kaizen principle. Yes. So now, how do we define the value? Okay, in Lean Six Sigma or in Lean principle, in the eyes of the customer, value is getting the products or services he needs, in which he is willing to pay for. Okay, that's value. If your customer are willing to pay for your products, if your customer is willing to pay for your services, that is where you provide value. Okay. All right. Now, sabi ni Sir, customers. So, who is your customers, or who are your customers? One, there would be internal customer, and then number two, there would be your external customer. Okay. Sorry. So, internal customers are within your organization or within your company. Internal rather. No, so your colleagues, your superiors, they are considered internal customers. On the other hand, external customers are the customers who are buying your services or products. Okay. Now, sabi ko kanina, identify and define value. What is valuable to your customer? Now, how if the next question is, how do we map the value stream, or how do we map the value we're providing to your customers? The definition in Lean Six Sigma is sometimes the value stream is required activity of producing and delivering specified goods or services. It's an exact required process of the product and services you want to provide your customers. Okay, so that is you have to map the value stream. Now, how do we map the value stream? There are ways to do that. You know, creating a value stream, um, creating a value stream. You have to create a smooth flow in a form of process. Okay, a value stream is actually a stream is flow. You know, a synonym niya is actually flow. While when we create a smooth flow, or when we create a smooth process in a form of process, it's an activity transforming to inputs and outputs to outputs. Okay. Now, how do we do that? We do that through a process map. Okay, a process map. I think most of you know is it is an illustration of flow of identifying what would be the next processes or steps involved in between. No. Now, how do we define value stream, or how do we define value? There are three types of value. You know, one would be value added, and then number two is non-value added, or we call NVA, and then the other one would be essential non-value added. Now, if you can see from here, um, there are questions here with yes or no. Okay, this is how we define a value added, non-value added, and essential non-value added. Okay, if the customer finds worth in the task and willing to pay for, okay, when it is yes, it's value added. Okay, if it affects the products and services, it is a value added. If the task is not wasteful or right first time, so it's value added. Now, if your answer is no, okay, oh, very good. Sabi ni, I don't know who is, he's a Huawei user Nova. He's taking a yellow belt. Yes, please do take a yellow belt Lean Six Sigma certifications. It will help definitely your process, your thought process. Okay. So going back, so if the customer finds worth in the task they will to pay for, if it is no, non-value, no, affects the product and services, no, non-value added. Affects the products or services, no. Affects the product and services, no again, non-value added. Task is not wasteful, no. Affects the product or services, no, non-value added. However, if it is yes, okay, if all of these, your answer is no, and if affects the products and services, if your answer is yes, then it is considered as it is essential non-value added. Okay. Yes. Okay. Well, I guess I will. Lin six. There are. Well, I can share this to you. I think with Gemma's help, I will be sending this in PDF. But however, of course, the Lean Six Sigma you can always search this online. But I would suggest if you want to learn more about the in depth of Lean Six Sigma, basic. You can take yellow, green, and then black belt as myself. You can go to any learning center who is providing a Lean Six Sigma certifications. Okay, it is internationally recognized, by the way. All right, now, so going back, value stream activities. Again, we have three types of value: value added, non-value added, and essential non-value added. All right. Okay. Sorry, naulit. All right, let's go to the three types of three M's of lean. Okay, one is muda, mura, and muri. The three of these are actually a Japanese word. Now, Lean Six Sigma or lean is actually the birthplace of lean, and is actually from Japan. Okay, muda, muri, and mura. Muda means waste. Mura means unevenness. Yes, muri is overburden. Now, if we want to find more about the three M's of lean and then learn more about them, I will go deeply more on Muda because lean is all about reducing waste. Ano. In lean or Muda, what we call waste, we had an acronym. Ano? We had an acronym that we use, Team Woods. Okay, Team Woods is the entire definition of Team Woods would be T is for transportation, I is for inventory, M is for motion, W is for waiting, O is for overproduction, the other O is over processing, D is for defects, and S is for skills. Okay, so these are the 8 types of waste. Okay, in every processes, in business processes, in idea processes, um, there would always be team woods or there would always be muda or waste in the process. All right, let's discuss one by one. Yes, we will do. All right, muda or muda of waste. The first one would be transportation. Waste in transportation is about moving goods, okay, or information, or even customer more than necessary. For example, okay, if, for example, I need to transfer information. Right now, I'm on the first floor, and I need to transfer some information to that fourth floor using only on foot, or using the stairs, or using um, your foot to go from one place to another. Now that or that my dear um, attendees is a waste in transportation. One would be if there is no, for example, there is no um, technology behind it to streamline the process, that I need to transfer the information to another building or to another branch not using any type of technology or streamlining the process, that is already considered as waste of transportation. Okay, yes, correct. It's also a waste of time. That's definitely also, it is also. All right. Now, however, waste in inventory. Okay, if, for example, you store a lot of, actually, this is the concept of uh, push, concept. If we store, for example, more, let's say, papers, no, pero hindi naman natin kailangan, now, pag sobra-sobra yung inventory natin, pag sobra-sobra yung stocks natin, it is actually a waste of inventory already. Now, on the other hand, anything that it is not generating value and it incurred cost, that, for example, hire tayo ng hire, hire tayo ng hire pero wala naman demand ng manpower. So it's also considered as a waste in inventory. Okay. All right. Next one. Motion. Waste in motion. Waste in motion is unnecessary move of resources like people. Kagaya ng example natin kanina, yung isa, waste of transportation because it was an information that we are trying to transfer. Now, for example, waste on people and machine. You're in the fourth floor, you're in the first floor, pero yung photocopier nyo nasa fourth floor. So you need to travel from one place. It's actually three. It's also a waste of transportation. You need to travel going to the fourth floor just to photocopy, and your machine is not actually on the location of machine is actually not ideal. Kasi you need to travel from one place to another. So it's a waste in motion. Okay? So in lean process, ina-identify natin kung saan siya dapat uh, ideal ang location. So that is on that manner, that is a waste in motion. Now, next one, waste in waiting. If there is a work in progress, any work in progress that is stalled until the next process step is available, that is already a waste in waiting, okay? Or waste in waiting, or waste in a manner that we are waiting for the next process. Okay? Minsan kasi, sa sobrang, yung iba kasi daming dinadaanan na hindi naman dapat daanan. So that incurs us to wait until the next process. So if we'll be able to streamline things or a process without or reducing that waiting time, we are already giving value dun sa
Recording
process
in
na gagawin
progress.
natin. All right. Now, next one. Waste in overproduction. Again, katulad siya ng inventory, producing too soon, and then sobra-sobra. For example, ang kailangan lang natin i-produce, for example, we are creating let's say bottles, kailangan lang natin every time whenever we do replenish our inventory, ang kailangan lang natin minsan for every inventory is like, for example, 500, let's say bundles of papers, 500 pieces lang. Pero wala pang inventory date or replenishing date, naglalagay na tayo ng stocks. That is overproduction. Hindi kasi required, hindi pa kailangan. So we do not do that. Okay? Do not do that. Otherwise, you are already adding burden on the process. Okay? Now, however, overproduction, yung isa naglagay. Yung isa naman, when we create something, when or too much than what is required. Yung isa, nagdagdag tayo, ito naman, gumawa tayo na sobra-sobra ng sobra doon sa required. Okay? It is considered as waste of overproduction. All right? All right. Doble pala, sorry. Yung is overprocessing. Overproduction is about putting up more than necessary, creating things and more than what is being asked for on the inventory day. Okay? Overprocessing, katulad ng waste of time. Yes, definitely. Waste of overstocking. Yes, of course. Now, overprocessing is a type of waste na yung katulad na example ko kanina, ang daming dinaanan, ang daming approval wherein yung ibang approver ay po pwede naman recommending approval lang, But sometimes there are processes na kailangan lahat signatories, But in reality, some of those signatories are actually pwede naman silang recommending approval na lang, So, ang nangyayari, pag dumaan sa lahat ng signatories, it is overprocessing or overprocessing a process. So, dapat yun, identify who are the key signatories and sila lang dapat ang pumirma. So, we are able to streamline the process. All right. Of course, this would be something very self-explanatory. Defects, any form of scraps or errors resulting from process mistakes. Minsan ito ay nangyayari sa system, minsan ito ay nangyayari sa products, na kailangan paulit natin ulitin. So it is a defect. Even the process itself, kapag kailangan nating ulitin, nagiging siyang waste in defects. For example, after ng signatory, you need to fill in another form, na hindi naman dapat kailangan pirmahan o kailangan gawin ulit. Okay, so there are sometimes in a business process, there are lots of forms, and then when you look at those forms, it's actually paulit-ulit lang yung cycle. So it's already a waste in defects. Ano? So yun ang dapat natin din i-avoid. Another one, this is my favorite. Waste in skills. There are very good people na yung skills nila is really misplaced. Hindi sila dapat nandun sa, for example, if your skills is in IT or graphic designing, hindi ka dapat nandun sa let's say accounting, because that's not your skill. So that is not your forte. That is not your um, profession mainly, or main profession on the other hand. So for example, si HR inilagay ka sa let's say field, but you're not a people person. Inilagay ka sa sales, but you're not a people person. You are more on again on processes, on would say management and whatever aside from that particular task. If you're out there doing that, you are already resulting from waste on skills. You are misplaced. Okay, your skills are misplaced. Hindi siya dapat nandoon. Dapat nandoon ka where you are able to be very productive. Okay? Now, kagaya na sinabi ko kanina, there is a concept of pull and push. No? When we say implement pull, a pull system helps workers decide what to work and when to work on it. Now, pag push kasi, when you do, I just recently realized that some of you are actually foreigners here. So my apologies if I used my native language. I'll speak in English as much as I can. All right. When we do a push system, we are making things or production is in approximate manner. When we are pushing, okay, we are doing things based on anticipation. When we are pushing things, it resulted to high inventory. Why? When we push and push and push, we never see that there's a need of it. Okay, there's a need of restocking. There's a need of production. So it causes the push system causes high inventories. However, in pull system, why it is more efficient to implement pull is because the production would be more precise. Okay, and you are moving based on actual demand. If what would the demand, if for example uh, the customer or for example a certain department tells you that we need this inventory, and then that's the only time you will be able to um, provide whatever they need to. So you're basing it on actual demand. Now, when you're basing it on actual demand, you are resulting to low inventories. Okay, contrary to the push system. Okay, now when I say lean is and together with Lean Six Sigma, it's a def it's a 99.99967 defect free. It's because we are pursuing perfection. Okay, lean is about pursuing perfection. Just like what I mentioned earlier, we don't stop when we reach 100%. We continue the cycle. Okay, as you can see here, look for improvement and opportunities. And the next cycle would be have you found an opportunity? If yes, work in it and keep looking, and then do the recycle again. Now, if you found an opportunity, if your answer is no, then keep looking. Okay, until you find a solution until you find an opportunity. So you need to push or pursue perfection. Okay. Yes. It's also a PDA cycle. Guys, thanks, Miss Maria Campos. All right, design thinking. Design thinking is essentially, according to Wikipedia, it is essentially a problem-solving approach. Myself, yes, it's actually a strategic. You're conceptualizing a strategic and then on a precise manner. Okay, you need to consider the lean's at least lean process whenever you do or create an idea. Okay, in order for you to create and improve your products, because your products again has to pursue perfection. It doesn't stop where it is right now. You need to evolve. You need to innovate. Okay, now there are actually five types of design thinking process. One would be emphasize. Second would be define. The third one would be ideate. Then the fourth one would be prototype, building prototype, and then the one would be testing. Now, when you say emphasize, you have to understand your customers. Again, your cost. The best way to create an idea is solving what the customer needs. And it is all about it's all about how you be able to find or provide solutions on their most pain points, their problems, their goals, their condition. You have to have the empathy to understand what people would really care about. Okay, just to share something, I have a friend right now who's doing his he puts his startup in Vietnam, and he went to Antler. Antler is actually an incubator. When they are pitching an idea, their mentors are actually trying to how say invalidate their ideas, because if for just like they say, if they are not able to solve the real pains of a customer, they're not providing a solution. So that's not actually enough. Okay. Now, empathizing is focusing on people. Okay. Again, it's all about CX. Nowadays, again, we use CX as what it means, as it is a customer experience. We focus on people, we focus on human being. You have to build empathy. You have to explore what they need. Okay. Now, how do we explore what they need? It is through a user persona. Okay. Now, for example, this is Lily. This is an example of a very good example of a user persona. Now, Lily is 65. She is, okay, of course, definitely, she is a female. Her pain points are, or would be, she cannot work properly right now. Her location is in Lipa, Batangas. Her job is a florist. Her estimated daily income range is 1,500 to 2,000. What she wants would be, she needs to do the same activities again. Her hobbies would be walking and shopping. Now, as you can see on this area, Lily also loves to travel. Not a techie person, as you can see, but she loves music on the other hand. Okay, this is a very good example of a user persona. On this manner, we'll be able to write what exactly Lily would need. Again, when we start our identifying a solution for a customer, your customers, we look at their pain points and we look at what they want. Um, and then from there, we'll be able to define what type of solution would Lily may need. All right. Okay. Going adding more to user persona. This is a very good example of a user profile, typically on startups. So this is Mark. He's an innovator. He's an entrepreneur. He's a tech founder. On the other hand, this is Tamara. She's a visionary. Okay, she's creative. She's visionary. Thinks in terms of future opportunities, and so. Uh, on the other hand, this is Stephen. Stephen is a strategist. Okay, he is creative. He has he can identify risk. And then the next one would be Alex. He's the salesman. He has this powerful personality. It's very convincing because more the best important skills that a salesman have, you have to have a very convincing power to persuade your customer to buy your products or services. The next one would be, this is Vadim. He's a mover and shaker. So he's more on tech. He has this technical expertise. It's more on technical. Then the last one would be Beatrice. So Beatrice is the brain of the team. He is creative, a problem solver, a natural sense of business. He has very broad knowledge of business and innovation on that man. So whenever you create your team, you have to also create their own, each and everyone's persona in order for you to identify what would be their weakest weakest points, what are their strong points that may add value to your team. So you have to streamline them as much as possible. You can use the user persona. Now, how do we use user persona? We use it through a user persona canvas. All right. So normally, it's like an index card. We write this typically like this. So the name, of course, persona description, that would be your age, gender, address, hobbies, leisure time, education, etc. Now, what would be the jobs to be done? What would be the operational definition of that? So it is the task performance is supported by the product. What are the goals? Why does it make sense? Okay, so gains. So what does it mean? To what extent do the current products make the customer happy? So that's on the gain part. Now, on the pain part, what causes a bad feeling to customers with the current products? So you have to find that most painful part of a customer that he or she frustratingly wants to do the things that he or she wants to do or doing before. No, the use cases. Okay, whenever we use cases, what it means is that it is how the product is used, where it is used, by whom it is used. Okay, so this user persona canvas will be able to identify what exactly does a user persona or a customer may need. Okay, diving in to a user persona using the persona canvas would have an empathy map. Okay, so you can actually draw like this, or you can use an index card if you're still on the old school thing. You prefer to do on that manner, or you can create your own empathy map with your computers. Okay, okay. Now the structure of an empathy map would be like this. Okay, for example, again, this is Lily. So the thinking and feeling would be her hopes and worries. Okay, you have to list all of them. Okay, what may Lily would hope and what she worries. Okay, now on this other hand of the empathy map, seeing. So it's all about Lily's environment, what would be the market, and what would be the her family. When you say environment, family, and market, it's all of, because this all of these are the things that influences Lily. Okay. Speaking and doing would be, of course, what would Lily would attitude be, her behavior, her dealings are. So you have to list all of them. Okay, as much as you can. Okay, the more you list, the more you understand a particular customer. Hearing. Okay, again, would there be influencers influencing Lily's decision? Would it be her friends? Would it be her family? Would it be her peers or colleagues and so on? Okay. Now the pain points. You have to list down her fears. Same thing as worries, um, and also the obstacles. Okay. So these are very, very important. The pains of a customer. Now, on the game, however, on the game section, you can see that there would be goals. You have to list the goals and wishes of a customer on this manner. Now, uh, all of these is actually part of what we call an empathy map. Okay, when you list all of these things, you will be able to understand what things you can put on your user persona canvas. Okay, so again, one, define your customer using this basic information. The other one would be um, try to create an empathy map to better understand your customer and then put it in your user persona canvas. Okay, all right. Now, the hook framework. The hook framework or the hook canvas is consists of trigger, action, reward, and investment. Okay, so on trigger, there are things that trigger each decision, or habits. Actually, this is how we used to identify market success and based on the customer habits. Okay, so on the trigger part, there are two types of triggers, external and internal. Okay, so external are the relevant triggers of an action of using your various personas. On internal trigger, um, using this type of questions, like for example, what does the user want? How can we make him or more effective? So that's the internal trigger. Action, okay? What is the simplest action that our user must perform to be rewarded? And then the next one would be, what would be the reward, on taking that action? And then the other one, what investment or what can we see? How does the persona release the next action? What would be the next step? And then you have what would be the next step in order for us to go back to the entire loop again. Okay? To explain it more deeply, it's just like this. You know, for example, Facebook. Facebook, a customer sees Facebook. The trigger part would be a customer would sign up on Facebook. Now, seeing Facebook, what it is a social media. Photos, for example, taking photos or any kind of post would reward a customer like or a reaction. No, so that is actually the reward. No, so again, trigger, customer sign up. The action would be, for example, taking photo or posting certain things on his and her Facebook page, and then the investment would be, um, uh, there would be more followers, comments, and um, um, likers of that particular picture, for example. So in using the hook canvas, all of this is actually forming a hook, ano? And then it goes again back to where it is. The more, for example, when we trigger, okay, trigger signing up a customer, then action, posting something on social media. Reward is like and heart or reaction. Your investment would be creating more users, okay, creating more followers, okay. So that is your investment. Doing this cycle um, makes you earn more people to follow you. Okay, so that's your investment. You're doing this for um, for you to have more people to follow you. Especially, for example, if you create a Facebook page of your business, you will be doing this kind of hook framework. Okay, trigger, action, reward, and investment. You have the framework has to have this type of process or this type of effect. All right. Now, in design thinking, we'll now go to the first definition of. So we went to empathy, right? Now we are going to the define phase. Okay. The second part of the design thinking process. Define phase is actually formulating a problem statement. Now, how do we get a problem, a good, how do we formulate a good problem statement? To get a good problem statement is to actually knows the you have to know the actual needs of a customer, their activities, what they're doing, and how to fulfill when their needs when they're talking about their problems or pain points. Okay, so all right. So how do we formulate a good problem statement? Formulating a good problem statement requires the question, the WH. But this time we are using what, why, and how. All right. So, for example, this one, the question would be, what does Lily want to achieve? This is different from the Lily that we were talking earlier, who is 65 years old. Now, for example, what does the user want to achieve? Okay. Store or share because she loves to take photos. And then why? Why does she needs to share and why is she doing it? Okay, so she wants to do it because she wants the people or the people who's following her look at her photos. Okay, or the things or the good because probably he's a very good photographer, he's a very good artist, so probably he wants to share it to the world so that the world would know of her art or photos. How will she do it? How can she gain more followers? How can people see her work? Okay, so what she needs to do is she needs to formulate the questions. How can I digitally capture, for example, in this manner, my photo to share it to the rest of the world? Can be on cloud, can be on social media, it can be on website, it can be through app, can be on listings, whatsoever. So she needs to formulate using what, why, and how. Now, in order for us to create a good problem statement, okay, is we need to be more specific. Okay, you need to be in short, it should presume a cause or include the solution. It should be smart A. Now, what is smart A? Smart. S for specific, M is for measurable, A is for attainable, R is for relevant, T is for time bound, and plus A would should it should be agreed. You know, when you are with your project team or your with your startup team, you a project must be agreed. A goal statement, or problem statement should must be agreed. Okay. Now, this would be a bit of like an English literature or English I would say structure in definition. Ano. All right, a good problem statement or a good goal statement should be, sabi nga earlier, it should be start with the verb. Okay, it should be measurable. It should be time bound. It should be attainable. Okay, so for example, this is a very good problem statement and goal statement. Rather, reduce the lead time of a new customer registration in the customer registration. This would be the subject process, registration process from 15 minutes to 5 minutes. Measurable. Okay, it should be time bound. October 30, 2020. Whenever you create your goal statement, whenever you create your problem statement, it should be measurable. Okay. So again, just like I said, it should always start with the verb. In Lean Six Sigma, we use a goal statement always starting with the verb. It should be specific. Okay, S specific, measurable, and time bound. All right, just like I've said earlier. Now, um, whenever we create a problem statement, it's just not about problem statement and goal statement. A good way to solve and identify things is by creating a project charter. You know, you have to write your business case. In business case, you should see also why should we do this, what is the financial benefit, and so on and so on. A problem statement consists of asking what is occurring, what is happening, what would be the pain or a customer experiencing, or what is not working. Goal statement would be what are our improvement objectives and targets. Project scope, what should be what should include in the project, what are the boundaries of the initiative you need to do, the start from an end of a process. Okay, project milestone. You need to, when I say DMAIC, it's actually a process using of Lean Six Sigma. No? It's define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Um, you'll learn that in Lean Six Sigma. But you have on this end, project milestone is very important to uh, um, measure your and define your timeline of that particular project. And definitely, also lastly, you need to create. You need to identify your members. Okay, who is the project lead? Who would be the who are the members, and so and so. All right. So this is a very good example of creating a process and identifying your customers on that manner, defining your problem or your business case, defining the problem, defining the goal, what is the scope, what is the timeline, and who are the members. Okay. Now, creating, creating, you have to come up with ideas and solutions. Earlier, I mentioned you need to create a lot of ideas. Okay, doesn't matter if there's actually no bad idea. Okay, all ideas are very good. You just need to streamline and get feedbacks. Okay, through feedbacks of those people. From either it can be through your team, through other people, or through potential customers. You need to get feedbacks. A good idea actually has lots of feedbacks. It is where you'll be able to formulate a very good idea. Now, whenever we create an idea, we use a prioritization matrix. Okay, for example, these are the solutions that you listed. Okay, one, two, three, and then you put it on a different. You categorize it on different matrix. One would be business impact, one is low, and then 10 is high. For example, an effort, one is easy, and then 10 is hard. For example, number one, first solution, open accessibility to all users regardless of their location. This is more on an app that we are using. This is actually an actual solution that we use in my company. So open accessibility to all users regardless of their location. Business impact, does it has a very high business impact? Yes, I put an 8 grade on it, or can be 9. Is it a how about the effort? Effort can be effort is 6, a little bit hard. Okay, streamline subcategories of stores and items sold within the app. Business impact 8, effort 3. It's very easy. Adding online payment gateways. Business impact 8 or 9. Effort can be a little bit hard because of the integration of APIs and whatsoever. So, in order for you to see where to start with those solutions, we use this matrix. So 1, 2, 3 would be the solution. You can use also this type of I would say color graph. Green for implement, yellow for consider. This would be I don't know what color is it. A little bit like pusha, avoid, and then pink would be eliminate. For example, number 1, as I said, business impact is 8, and then 6 in effort. Number 2 solution, business impact 8, 3 in effort. Solution number 3, business impact 8, effort 7. So what you're going to do, or normally what we do, is we always start with high impact with less effort. Any solution should always start with high impact with less effort. Okay, because it's easily to do, and it also has a very high impact on what particular business or you're doing, or a solution that you're doing has a lot of impact. Okay, starting with more effort will take you time and lots of testing in order for you to get an exact um, or the solution that you're trying to achieve. Okay, so our advice in Lean Six Sigma, always start with high impact with less effort. All right. Next one. Next slide. All right. In design thinking, this is another agile method, right? It is called Scrum. Scrum is the most effective way, rather than and in my personal opinion, is the most effective way rather than using the waterfall method. Okay, why? Because here in Scrum, uh, okay, let's define first Scrum. Scrum is a lightweight framework that helps people, teams, organization generate value. Okay, so in Scrum, all your product backlogs are normally started like this. Your solution, different affinities always starts like this. Okay, and then it's streamlined by a sprint master making a sprint backlog. So all of this we're able to get streamlined by sprint master. Now the process takes a while. Normally it's a straight process, but in Scrum, uh, the reason why it is very effective is because of the sprint that we are making. No, the sprint goes to like 2 to 4 weeks on discussions, and then in between those sprints, there are daily stand up. Okay, there are daily discussions going on. So until such time you reach um, to your conclusion of a shippable product or a service that is more viable doing. Okay, so we use Scrum on doing that. Now I cannot go deeply into Scrum because that's another process that takes a lot of time, to learn. But however, I'm just giving you an overview what Scrum is. Now, in in design thinking, a user story is very important. Now, for example, a user story we always use this user story or manner. No, like for example, as a role. Okay, I want. Then what's the goal? So that, and then what's the goal again? Acceptance criteria. For example, when you write a user story, you put yourself or a customer in a manner also. Like as a customer, I want to read book reviews so that I can decide which one to buy. Your acceptance criteria would be at least a 4-star review. The book is a best-selling novel, or the book should be on sale. So that would be your acceptance criteria. Now, a user story helps you identify and understand more of a cost of the customer in order for you to see deeply what the customer desires and what would be the capability of your solution. No, normally a user story, okay, goes deeply into a user story map. Okay, it goes like this, like activities, steps, and what are the details to be need to be done. Activities, I do it in color coded scheme. Normally, in order for me to identify, okay, this color is on activity, so that my team also would understand, especially if you're on the project management. So these are the activities, these are the steps that I need to do, these are the details of those activities that we need to do. So in this manner, you'll be able to streamline and see closely the entire perspective of your user or your customer. Uh, Okay. Now, whenever we do a user story, you have to know the voice of the customer. Voice of the customers are the complaints, concerns, pain points of the customer. Now, in Lean Six Sigma, also we use this part of a process. We call it VOC to CTQ. Translating VOC to CTQ means translating voice of the customer to critical to quality. Now, for example, we our problem is to streamline an invoice process. Okay, and these are all the affinities. or the voice of the customers. Now we call it affinity, affinity. That's why it is called affinity diagram. This affinity, you have to streamline them by category. When I mean of category, it would be like this. For example, this type of complaints or pain points of a customer or VOC would go under timeliness or time bound. This type of VOC goes to staff training. This type of VOC goes to system issues. This type of VOC goes to accuracy. So you need to categorize them according to their groupings. Now, all of these, you can create your own category. It depends on the voice of the customer. But I'm just showing you this affinity diagram just for as an example. Okay, so in order for you to define what type of problem you're trying to solve, you need to translate the voice of the customer to critical to quality. Now, translating that you need to streamline your voice of the customer through an affinity diagram. Okay, all right. Now the next process, experiment and iterate. You need to build and test your prototype in order for you to understand, what if your product is really working, and then what other solutions or what other concerns, what other VOCs you are facing. Building a prototype is also different. Seeing more clearly in actual manner if a certain solution is working or it needs an enhancement. Okay, so prototype, you need to turn your ideas and solutions into design. Now, when you build your prototype, you need to ask yourself, how does your idea fit to the context of people's actual lives? Does it really solves what they need? Does it really answer their pain points? Okay, a solution can be a combination of ideas or a new idea. Okay, you need to just sketch up those solutions according to your VOC or the voice of the customer. Okay, that's how you build your prototype. It's a combination of ideas or can be through a new idea. Now, testing. When you test your idea or prototype, you need to test it with your actual users. It cannot be your team. It should be an actual user. Why? Because the actual user will able to give you a precise, straightforward answer. Your team, however, may be half-hearted, telling you that this type of solution may or may not work during the testing. Okay, so you need to test it with your users. Now, the prototyping workshop. Okay, in design thinking, if you're going to a design thinking class, you'll be going through a prototyping workshop, and then you'll go deeply onto these stages. One would be test your variants on the team. Then it's like an affinity. This is also similar to building your affinity diagram. Once you build your affinity diagram, you need to select your variant. You need to streamline what kind of solutions are you going to use. Once you are able to select a particular solution, you need to build now. You need to build your prototype. Okay? And then yet again, you need to have an actual feedback from an actual user. Okay? Once you get that feedback, you need to adjust your prototype according to that feedback and then test it with the user again. Okay? We test it. We will test it with an actual user. And then once you test it with the actual user, they may or they may not be an enhancement no longer. Then if there is an enhancement, you need to adapt with the further feedbacks that you'll be getting. All right. So this is a prototyping workshop. Again, if you go deeply into a design thinking class, you will go deeply on these stages, more in depth. All right. Lastly, no, you need to repeat the process. When you repeat the process, test until you find the prototype that solves the real problem, or test as soon as you are able to solve what your customer may need. Okay, so with this one, you're able now to take your prototype in the market. Now, with repeating the process, would you need what to do is to reflect. We use this board whenever we do test the products into the market. We call it a retrospective board. Now, we the retrospective board is consist of this thing. So we need to reflect what are the things that we need to continue doing. What are the things we will not continue doing? Okay, things that are irrelevant. What are the things that is irrelevant? We need to streamline. Again, the entire principle of Lean or Lean Six Sigma is reducing waste and defects. So, what are the things that are now irrelevant? Whenever we enhance a prototype, whenever we enhance a product or services, we need to find what is no longer relevant. Okay, that is how you try to create a better customer experience or an innovating customer experience on that manner. Now, lastly, what are the things we want to try out? What are the things, the new things? For example, right now it's more about NFTs. For example, it's all about AI now. Right now, it's all about machine learning. Now, for example, for ourselves, on our case, as an e-commerce, what are the things that we want to incorporate? Well, right now for Philsotech and Chibog, we want to use AI and machine learning in order for to predict what would our customer needs as much as possible. This is how I view things in the e-commerce world. One, should it be on metaverse or should we adapt on AI? For example, my goal, the reason why I want to put it on metaverse and or adopt AI in it is because as much as possible, I want a short process when the customers are ordering. As much as possible, in just one click, the customer would order right away. I wish to remove the long process of ordering. Customers look for the store, customers look for the product, customers still putting up the selecting payment options and so and so and so. So that process, I want to eliminate that process. I want to dissolve that process in using new things like using metaverse and machine learning on that manner. Okay, creating an overview of the tools of method at each phase. When you enroll yourself in design thinking, you will have these tools, no, or an overview tools on what you will or methods of each phase. For example, empathy, no, empathy and observing, no. So you create, for example, what tools that you need to use. We create a user persona, use a hook canvas, use a jobs to be done framework. These things, I did not went into detail on these things because this takes a lot of time to explain more these, but it's almost in relation to what we did earlier. So define point of view, ideate, prototyping, testing, and reflect. So you can see all of these methods being used. It's like a guideline that you can use whenever you create an idea and whenever you are into design thinking, and then this tools, quality tools will be able to help you and your team create a better idea and create a better solution for your customers. And that's it. I hope that you were able to take or digest most of those things. I know it's a little bit like an information overload for you guys, but I'm open to take questions. Gemma?
Ayan, thank you so much, Sir Sean, for this insightful discussion. So, open po tayo sa question and answer po. So, for those who have a question, feel free to chat it on our chat box po. So sir,
Any questions on? Yeah, yes,
ako
please
may
go ahead.
question sir. Kasi ano, napansin ko kanina yung Lean Six Sigma.
Mm.
First time ko siya marinig. Pwede po bang magbigay kayo ng kahit konting idea about po doon?
Mm. Okay. Lean Six Sigma is actually again, as I said, Lean is out from Japan. Okay, the birthplace of Lean is from Japan. That's why Toyota and Motorola were used to use to streamline the process. However, it is already adopted by also the Americans like General Motors and so. So mostly Lean Six Sigma is used on manufacturing companies, but uh, on the modern business process, we saw that Lean Six Sigma is actually able to help also business processes. You can see, like for example, one company, for example, BPOs, like or shared services companies like Accenture, they're actually hiring Lean Six Sigma practitioners, yellow, green, and black belt practitioners to streamline the process, especially when they need to streamline and improve their processes. Can be an operational process, can be a service process, or can be a something that they need to enhance within the organization. So Lean Six Sigma is the thing that we use to identify defects and reduce waste. Yung waste kanina, yung team modes, yung transportation, inventory, motion, and so and so. So that is what Lean Six Sigma. Normally, a Lean startup actually being used in a typical startup ecosystem processes. But for us, I find it more effective using the in-depth of Lean Six Sigma or Lean and Six Sigma on that manner. I find it more effective identifying processes or problems in a particular system. Like for example, if I want to identify does studying longer time um, results to a high grade, for example. So Lean Six Sigma can actually we have this seven quality tools to test whether if, for example, that particular manner, if you want to solve whether studying longer hours is actually something that gives you a high grade. So we use that manner. Like for example, in start always or in expressways, normally cars normally during that time when they adopted the RFIDs, normally they saw that there is normally there are defects whenever one car is just about to pass and their distance is just their distance is very close. Now they're wondering how come our toll gates are always has an error or how come it doesn't always work. Normally there are customers definitely complaining about it. So what the Lean Six Sigma practitioners, they actually able to solve through, like for example, does distance actually reduce the errors on toll gates? So they found out. Kaya when now you will able to see on those toll gates, you will be able to see the sign "Stop here," because that's the distance they calculated in order for a car to get screened and passed and reduce the errors whenever they pass. So that is how the Lean Six Sigma functions.
Okay po, sir. Sir, para ba siyang course din po? Parang gano'n?
Yes, it's a certification.
Nag-accelerate?
Yeah, it's a certification. First, you need to start with yellow belt. That's the basic. Then you go to green belt. Then you need to go to black belt. And then lastly, you need the only, I believe, I'm not, I hope if there would be somebody here, I think there's only few master black belt. But normally yellow, green, and black. You can see that on most companies right now. Lean Six Sigma is actually our practitioners who solve data analytics also. It's the same as also data science. So it streamlined the process and helps the company because of Lean Six Sigma.
So maganda pala sir kapag kukuha ng pang pagganda din ng profile, ganun din po yung parang Lean Six Sigma. Lean Six Sigma. Puro
Yeah,
S.
Lean Six Sigma. Lean Six Sigma. It's actually a certification. It's a international certification. Whenever you take that one and you're certified, you will be receiving a certification with a certification code that you can use internationally.
Okay, sir. Sir, meron pa pong questions dito
Yes.
from Maria Veranda Campos. Good afternoon po, sir. Is the downtime acronym similar to Team Woods? Thank you, sir.
Hi, Maria. I'm not actually, to be honest, I'm not actually familiar with the downtime acronym. But if it solves defects or identified defects, and then maybe they are actually in similar in ways that their function. I'm not actually familiar with the downtime acronym, but again, if it solves and identified defects, then that's the same.
Thank you, sir. And another question from anonymous attendee. In pool-based system, where production should be precise, excluding market research, what are the other possible methods, tools, or technologies to forecast or at least estimate customer demand?
There are actually lots of tools to use. I mentioned the 7 quality tools. Normally, there are tools to use, like for example, computing standard variations, the median and the mean. There are things that we can use. Normally, also we use Pareto chart. It depends. It depends on how should it use. It depends on what type of problem you're trying to solve. I do believe that there are lots of systems available right now out there. Particularly if it is a manufacturing company, definitely they are using Lean Six Sigma. If it's measuring customer satisfaction, yes, definitely. There is a part of Lean Six Sigma that also measures customer satisfaction. It depends. It depends on how or what type of problem we are trying to solve.
Okay, sir. Thank you po. And meron pa po dito, how to become certified po ng Lean Six Sigma.
Okay. There are lots of learning centers you can go to. You can search here in Manila or in mostly in Manila. I guess you can search them through Google, teaching Lean Six Sigma and being certified also through Lean Six Sigma. Of course, definitely, when I say certified, you need to pass the examination.
Ayan, may follow-up question po from
Yes.
Mark Angelo Mercado. May free cert po ba ang green, yellow, and black belt in Sigma? Because I have taken free cert for white belt.
Ah, well, there's no free certification, but however, the companies that are providing sometimes training for companies, they're actually for free. But like being certified, certified person who attended Lean Six Sigma, like for example, foundations or basic knowledge about Lean Six Sigma. However, just like I said, I don't think there is a free certification because Lean Six Sigma, you need to pass an examination, and then black belts and master black belts, they need to certify you with that because they are registering you on the international list of Lean Six Sigma.
Okay, sir. Sa akin po follow-up question. If
Yes.
may bayad po yung pag-enroll doon, how about the examination po? May bayad din po ba, sir?
Wala. There's no fee on the examination. It's only on the enrolling part. Yellow, I think I would say it's okay. It's manageable. Green and black belt, however, is almost like enrolling yourself on short courses, certified courses.
Okay, sir. From Rolando Vizca po, what
Yes.
is difference between TQM and Lean Six Sigma po? Thanks po.
Okay. Total quality management uses the principle of Lean Six Sigma. Total quality management normally on companies, it's a section or sector of a company that practices quality. No? When we say quality, like for example, ISO level, we need to, most of them are Lean Six Sigma practitioners because they need to follow the international standard. For example, creating a flowchart in Lean Six Sigma, you're following actually ISO 95007, I think, on that process. So you can see normally the flow chart yung different shapes, an oblong, a rectangle, a diamond. Before I thought they're just shapes, but in Lean Six Sigma, they have meanings. Okay, we use, for example, rectangle if it is a process. We use example a diamond if it is a decision process. So uh, quality management is using it in more on the Lean Six Sigma manner. Definitely because we are using or following the international standards. In manufacturing, you see that most of the time. One to add one particular thing that I can add in terms of TQM. In normal setting, in a company, we use 4S, no, or 5S. Okay, but in Lean Six Sigma, we use 6S. The plus six is actually security, no. So that's an added I would say phase or level on a Six Sigma level or quality.
Ayan, thank you, sir. And another question po again from Maria Veranda. Sir, estimate cost po sa certification. Yan, ako'y
I guess it
nag-po dyan.
depends on the school.
Curious.
Yes, depends on the school. I think a yellow belt normally costs I think 2,500 to 5,000 maybe online. Green belt maybe more higher, let's say 30,000 I guess. Black belt 75,000. Yun. I guess no. I'm not so sure right now because I took that I think a year and a half ago.
Probably, baka nagtaas din po, sir, no?
Yes, lalo na kung if it is more on a face-to-face manner, maybe that's more expensive.
Ayan. Para daw po, sir, makaipon sila. And,
Yes.
yun. And another comment na po to, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. Very informative discussion and webinar.
Thank
Ayan.
you so much everyone. Thank you for having me. I hope hindi kayo inantok. And I hope I hope it's not an information overload because there are still a lot more into that. Just like for example, just like what the Transformers movie says, there's more than meets the eye.
Tama, sir. Kasi sabi niyo rin po kanina, super broad nung topic na to about design thinking. And talagang kinonpress niyo to share it with us and also give us some overview about design thinking. Thank you so much, sir. And before
My
we
pleasure.
proceed po sa ating next activity is allow me to acknowledge the presence of our provincial officer from Rizal po, Ma'am Sandy. Good afternoon po. And of course, to our regional director, Director Cheryl Ortega. Good afternoon po, RD.
Hello po, ma'am. Hello, everyone.
Ayan. And Sir Sean, please remain on spotlight because on behalf of the ICT, we are grateful for having you here with us by expressing it through presenting this certificate of appreciation. Allow me to read the citation po. This certificate is awarded to Mr. Ericson Mendoza for his invaluable insights, experience, and expertise as the research speaker during the Startup 102 Design Thinking for Strategic Business Innovation of the ICT Industry Development Bureau of the Department of Information and Communication Technology, Region 4A, given this 11th day of July 2022, signed by our Regional Director, Director Cheryl C. Ortega. Let's have a quick photo op po. May I inviting our IIDB Pokal, Ma'am Apple, and of course, sa ating PO and RD po to open their camera and join with us sa ating quick photo op po. Ayan. Wait lang po. Ayan. So hold your smile po in 1, 2, 3, smile. Ayan. Thank you so much again, Sir Sean, for sharing
Thank you,
your
everyone. Thank you so
knowledge
much.
po. To continue and to wrap up the program and give us some reminders for the activity of DICT, giving the floor virtually to our IIDB focal of DICT 4A. Please take it away, Ma'am Apple.
So thank you very much, Miss Jem. And of course, thank you very much po sa ating very dedicated, passionate, and of course, capable resource speaker for today's afternoon, Sir Ericson Mendoza. Sir Shine, thank you very much po for being with us this afternoon and for discussing and sharing with us your knowledge and expertise on design thinking. I know sobrang daming natutunan po ng ating mga participants for this afternoon. Yan. So, for some of our reminders lang po and announcement. Okay, so to all our participants, don't forget po to sign our attendance link. You may scan our QR code po or check the chat box for our attendance. And of course, our evaluation link po is also available in our chat box. And you may scan po our QR code available or presented here in our slides. Okay, so participants should accomplish the attendance and evaluation forms to receive the digital certificate. The attendance form will be available during the first hour of our training, and the evaluation form will be available at the end of the training and will accept responses until 12 midnight only. Digital certificate will be available right after completing our evaluation form. Make sure to input correct data in attendance and evaluation forms to avoid any corrections in receiving our e-certificates. And of course, use your personal email, preferably Gmail or Yahoo account. So to share with us, to our participants, our IIDB Startup Activity Series for 2022, we have the Startup 101 webinar, which we conducted last April 6. It's a region-wide webinar in which we have garnered 1,970 participants. And last April 28 to 29, we have conducted our Startup Conference region-wide. Then we have our total participants of 4,342. And this upcoming July 25 and 26, we are inviting our senior high school and college instructors and teachers for our Mentors Bootcamp. And in this coming August, we'll be having our Startup Write Shop and Workshop that includes yung pong ating mga students and instructors and teachers who joined our Startup webinar series and conferences in preparation in our Philippine Startup Challenge 7. Yan, so talaga naman pong siksik yung ating mga startup activities for this year, and we are requesting our participants who are joining us today to continue participating in our activities, our series of activities in preparation for our PSC7 or our Philippine Startup Challenge. And so this will be open po sa ating mga senior high school and college students. Okay, so last but not the least, I would like to enjoin everyone to like, follow, and be connect with us through our DICT Region 4A Facebook page. So we have DICT Region 4A Calabarzon, and you can email us at region4a@dict.gov.ph, or you may contact us through our mobile numbers 0969-409-1349, or at my email address aprilrose.hernandez@dict.gov.ph. Okay, so again, don't forget po to sign our attendance link and to fill up our evaluation form to get our e-certificates. And so again, on behalf po of the ICT Industry Development Bureau of Region 4A, we're extending our appreciation and gratitude to our resource speaker, Sir Sean Mendoza. Thank you very much po.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Thank you.
Ayan, thank you so much, Ma'am Apple. And again, if you want to view or watch again, or you want to have the presentation material of the discussion earlier, this webinar will be recorded and available on our Facebook page at DICT-R4, or just type DICT Region 4A Calabarzon. And speaking of digital certificate, after you completing this feedback form, you will receive your certificate right away. And that's conclude our activity. Thank you so much again, Sir Sean. And I know this is not the last that we will invite you po. And of
Sure.
course, yeah, thank you so much, sir. And of course, to our participants, thank you for tuning in. And I hope we'll learn something new and have some takeaways from our speaker. And we are looking forward na makasama po kayo sa mga susunod na activity ng DICT. So once again, this is Gemma Peña Losloso. My pleasure in spending this productive activity with you guys. Stay safe and have a great day ahead. Happy Monday!